Hello everyone, this is Sierra Rosebuds. I read something on Tumblr that just appalled me, really. It was like, why are we using one thing that really doesn't matter to turn into something to be fucking pissed off about and be racist about, really? Like, it was an excuse to open a door that didn't need to be opened. And I'm not going to mention the name, I'm not going to mention anything other than it's a girl, and it's about dreadlocks on white people. Okay, so she posted, "It's extra gross that even when I type in black dreadlocks, there are still white people token up and running around naked, even though the fact that the actual dreadlocks tag is filled with you guys. Like, go to the salon or do your hair and stop commercializing and sexually objectifying something that has no business being that way. Because I bet you guys are still afraid of black people when you see us walk down the street and still think Africa is a barbaric country. It is just too disgusting, especially when you putting on face paint acting like you're native when all you're actually doing is shitting on the real natives that your ancestors exploited that you still profit from. Get a real life and go home with your white savior complex, dirty snobs. Shit ain't even maintained." Okay. So first, I just want to mention that a hairstyle does not belong to any one culture. It just doesn't. It's like complaining that white people are stealing the bald hair look from Africans too. Like, it just makes no fucking sense. Well, what about African American women who perm their hair straight all the time? You know, you don't hear white girls complaining about how black girls are always going to the salon to get their hair permed straight to look like white people hair. Secondly, before the comb was invented, we all had dreadlocks. Because we didn't have anything to comb the knots out. Knots are what dreadlocks are. Anyway, there was this back and forth thing between her and I. She was saying that I'm making no sense when I'm bringing up the bald person analogy, and if I'm going to talk to her to make some sense. And then she said, "Go take some time to become a better person." Meanwhile, I am only pointing out to her the complete, ludicrous, asinine logic of hers in this comment anyway, that just shows that she's just using it as an excuse to be racist, really. Dreadlocks are not, well, any hairstyle, but dreadlocks are not just for black people. Just like straight hair isn't just for white people. I mean, if you want to wear your hair in a certain way, then do it. But don't bring racism into it. Saying that white people are still probably afraid of black people walking down the street, that is just so ignorant. And the whole thing of dressing up as natives, there are white tribes too. Look back in time, the Swedish tribes, Finnish tribes, Russian tribes, all of that. It's not just native. It's in the white savior complex. What? What are you talking about? And if they don't want to clean their hair, or they don't want to keep them formed or whatever, who cares? Why does it bother you so much? Like, something as unimportant as hair, just hair, which is dense, dead skin cells, it's all nonsense. Look, it's just hair. Something like that was an excuse for her to open the racism door. There's another story behind stuff like that, and if you claim that a hairstyle is from one culture and for one culture only, you seriously need to do some studying, and you need to talk to a lot of different people. That's just sheer ignorance. And I don't think that embracing someone else's culture is disrespectful. If we hadn't embraced anyone's culture, we'd all still think that we're all the best. We'd start fighting, we'd start trying to take it over, trying to make them conform to us. It's not how it is now. It's time to get over that. For real. I'm done.